Welcome in, folks. Adam Gladfelter here with Racer Nexus. And it's time once again for Rookie Class Racing Truck Series race number 15 here at Auto Club Speedway. We've got this race and then one more to determine who the champion will be. And let's get down to it and let's show some points here. And there we have it. 6 drivers remaining here in the championship fight. Michael Cordray, Terrence Preston, Tony Nolan, Eric Johnson, David Vodka, and Declan Beatty. Only 6 remain. Then after this race, we go to just 4. Gonna be a hopefully a good race tonight. As 40 seconds left here in practice. As Charles Wilson on track, doing his thing. Got Drew Calvert right behind him here, currently fastest on track right now. 43 truck, stout as always. Man, he loves these bigger tracks, I tell you. Does really good. Junior Heaton out on track in the 62. Ronnie Welchel in the 26. Russell Heaton mowing some grass out there, and Rob Hamilton on track. As the flag will fly here, practice will end and qualifying will begin. So 12 drivers register for tonight's race. Let's get down to the business. See who's going to pull out on the track first. Looks like it's going to be Michael Cordray. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. It's been a very long and boring day for me. Not a whole lot going on. Just wait until I can push that go live button and talk to the people that are here supporting Rookie Class Racing and Racer Nexus in general. Michael Cordray out on track right now, running the high side, getting that speed up as he's coming out of turn number 4. Definitely the fast way around the track is on the high side, coming to take the green flag. Charles Wilson as well. He's getting ready to blend up onto the track. So we're going to stay with Michael Cordray right now as he's got the only time that matters. And that's the green flag. Everybody else has not taken it yet. Head down that backstretch. Only 5 minutes of qualifying. So these drivers got to get down to business. Running the middle part of the track, sweeping up. Not sure if that's the fastest. I think the bottom really is probably the fastest around 3 and 4. A nice long sweep here as a 40.7. Somebody's going to beat that for sure. I think Declan Beatty's going to turn up probably a 5 here. If I had to guess, a 40.5. Declan usually a very strong qualifier. As Declan's coming to grab the green flag. Terrence Preston with a nice lap here. Up to second. And remember, he's fighting for a championship. David Vodka with a nice lap as well. 40.75 for him. Going to pick up in a second. David Vodka also a very strong qualifier. Week in, week out. Doesn't matter what league he's in, what car, truck, doesn't matter. David Vodka is there always starting near the front. Declan Beatty with a 40.82. So I may be mistaken. Maybe there's not going to be the 40.5s and 40.6s here. Drew Calvert, let's see what he can do as he's all the way down to the apron. Calvert, 40.93 for him. Yeah, it was like Kel Peterson out here. Gonna give it the good old college try from Kansas City, Missouri. Do it for Cale. Flying down into the top of 1 and 2. So he enters high, exits about middle here, middle to high. He's going to have some speed. Oh, he's all the way up against that wall. Yeah, this cat right here, he knows his way around Auto Club, no doubt about it. Is anybody going to be able to knock Cordray off that top spot? Oh, easy there, Kel. Boy, he opened up everything he had. All the track he took in 4. And no, 40.844 for Kel Peterson in 4th place. And looks like that's going to be it here. 10 seconds left. Flag has flown over qualifying. Now we're going to get down to the starting grid. Everybody's going to get gridded up here. Only 12 drivers on track, so we should have that big old fat goose egg, 0 cautions, as these drivers should be able to get spread out here. Although this is more or less a drafting track here. And here we go. Starting on the pole tonight, the 72 of Michael Cordray. The 24th, David Fodica, starting in the 2nd position. Row number 2, Declan Beatty with Kel Peterson. In row 3, Terrence Preston with Russell Jr. Heaton Jr. Junior Heaton. In row 4, Drew Calvert and Mr. Charles Wilson. Row 5, Russell Heaton with Rob Hamilton. In row 6, Ronnie Welchel and Van Owen. As these trucks are getting ready to get up onto the racetrack. Take a look here at the weather for tonight's race. 97-degree track tip. It's a little bit cooler than what they were practicing in, so the grip should be there early. And then go AWOL late in this race. And race analysis, 75 laps for tonight's race. As these beautiful trucks are rolling off. Just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight in the chat. And showing your support here to the Rookie Class Racing. Racer Nexus appreciates it. And if you can, give Racer Nexus a thumbs up, a subscribe, and a notification bell. That way you're notified every time Racer Nexus goes live. And believe me, it's a lot. Racer Nexus has tons of shows that they cover multiple times a day, throughout the day, late at night, you name it, they've got it. All right, and the pace truck lights are off. About to be heading down pit road as we're getting ready to take the green flag. So let's get down to brass tacks here, shall we? I won't mess up the two heatings. Green flag in the air, here we go. Michael Cordray pulling to the top side right in front of the 24 as Cale and David Vodicka now connecting. Getting ready to come out of turn number 2. They're going to be nose to tail. They're going to have huge momentum here. On the outside, Drew Calvert also helping 3 of these trucks' teammates in line with one another. And then they get spread out. Drew Calvert way on the high side. Boy, this is exciting. Oh, now they're 4 wide. Declan Beatty pinching them. Drew Calvert with the power move on the outside. Meanwhile, Declan Beatty stuck in the middle between these guys. Junior Heaton down the bottom. Declan Beatty sliding up here, getting behind Kel Peterson. Man, a lot of moves going on right now. This is typical Auto Club. It will get spread out here. I promise you it will. But for the first 5 or 10 laps, these trucks are going to be all over one another. Oh, Drew Calvert, loosey-goosey as he comes midway out of 4. Cordray leading the way now by 4/10 over David Vodicka. Hopefully David can have a nice run here. Oh, is Declan Beatty and Junior Heaton nearly connecting here, getting on the entry of 1. Yes, 62 blinking already. And there he goes. And here he comes back. Kel Peterson taking over the 4th spot right now, which is exactly where he started. Really liking David Vodicka. Drew Calvert got some really nice pace right now. Drew Calvert just ran a fast lap at a race 41.03. As Michael Cordray now with a half a second gap over the 24 Vodicka. His name is Vodicka, but I call him Vodka. It just sounds more fun to me. Declan Beatty in 6th, trying to close up the gap here on the 62. Running the wall. Man, you couldn't slide a piece of paper between him and the wall. As Charles Wilson picked up a spot here, trying to close up, get underneath that 22. He is a bottom feeder as far as track usage goes. He loves the bottom. Always a tire conservationist. That's too big of a word for me. I got to practice it in my head before I say it out loud. Terrence Preston, one of the championship contenders here, running in the 8th position as we have a lead, or not a lead change, but a position change. Calvert underneath David Vodicka trying to get that 2nd spot. Oh, pulls up for the side draft right before they head down into turn number 3. I don't know. I think David Vodicka is going to have the momentum on the high side. It's going to put him. I think the grip is on the bottom. The momentum is on the top. So it's a give and take situation here at Auto Club. As you can see, Vodicka still with the second position, but that's going to bring Kel Peterson right up into the mix. Kel now got the 62 underneath them. Declan Beatty right behind him. Drew Calvert, David Vodicka still battling hard here for the second position. This is fun here, folks. This is fun. David's got the momentum on the high side, though, man. The speed carried from up top is just ridiculous. As now Kel Peterson looking low on the 43 as the 43 goes up even higher than the 24 did. We're going to see what he can do here on the top side. As Kel Peterson gives him plenty of room. Oh! And looks like Charles Wilson and Russell Heaton get tangled up together. As there's body parts flying here on Russell Heaton's machine. Up in the wall, got some wheel damage. Charles Wilson, no damage, it seems. Not sure if we have a replay of that real quick. May not. Take a look at it here, see if we do. No, we do not. Yes, we do. There it was right there. Rewind that. Can't really see it. So we'll continue here. Wouldn't let me get on board with Charles or Russell. So back to the race. Cordray still leading by 1.3 seconds over David Vodicka. Vodicka now leading this little pack, and then it's chaos back behind him as Drew Calvert on the high side, Kel Peterson underneath. Calvert's going to prevail with the spot. Man, all these guys trying to get single file here. Terrence Preston just about had an incident there with Junior Heaton as he blinked out. Terrence Preston was on the inside of him, and something's got to be done about the 62. He's just blinking all over the place. Got to be served a penalty or something, as I'm sure it's very uncomfortable for the rest of the drivers. Not sure if it's going to do any good right now, as he's kind of out of the way now, but moments ago he was in the thick of things, as we've got a three-wide battle happening up here. Kel Peterson trying to get the draft from the 24, and Declan Beatty now on the high side. Three-wide battle now. Once again, as the 62 is moving back up. Drew Calvert's actually lost some spots here. Drew Calvert now falling back into fifth as the Kel Peterson and Declan Beatty get by him. David Vodicka that closed up a little bit of a gap now to Michael Cordray. It may be due to Kel Peterson as well, helping David Vodka. As they're side by side now, Kel Peterson's going to move back behind Vodka. I think if they get nose to tail here for a couple of laps, they're going to be able to close that well under a second. As Kel can't stay connected to the 24, but I think if they do get nose to tail here, Kel's just not as good as the 24 in 3 and 4, but he's really, really good in 1 and 2. And these are two different, completely different ends of the track too. They feel completely different. They race completely different. Kel's now got the 22 close back up to him again. As David Vodka, boy, this cat right here is on the move. Let's get on board here with David Vodka. As he is loving that high side right now. He's really closing in on Cordray. I don't know if Cordray's kind of burned his tires up or what. But David Vodka, man, this cat is really, really good here on this top side. You're going to see the numbers on the top left in the tower start moving down ever so slightly as David Vodka's got really good center off speed. And just looking at the time here, Cordray's diving it about 20 to 30 feet deeper into the corner than Vodka is. Vodka's letting out early. He's able to rotate, get the nose set, get the throttle back down, and have a nice exit. Trucks appear to be a little bit loose in the rear as David Vodka is trying to wheel it around, but he is definitely in the draft now with Cordray. Cordray also at the top, and he's a little higher up too. Not sure if the grip is kind of lacking up there or what, but I think if he may move down about a half a lane, it may be a little bit better. Just from, it's Cordray's loose. Cordray loose because Vodka was on the rear spoiler of that truck. And now David Vodka taking the lead here. Well, at least trying to, as he's up now on the high side. And around the 24 goes David Vodka to the lead. How about that? Kel Peterson's now been brought up into the mix. Drew Calvert now is rebounded back up into 4th place. As now Kel and Drew Calvert both looking low. Oh, Kel really, really loose here. They're going to open up the exit. Kel with the slide job over to 72. Going to barely clear him here. Man, oh man, that made me pucker just a little bit. I didn't think he was going to clear him. Whew. Stressing me out, man. Anxiety, unneeded anxiety here. Back doing it again. On board here with Cordray. Cordray now going to look low, try to get some clean air on the nose for rotation. Oh, Cordray very, very tight here. N4, he's going to go up and hit the wall. Boom, in the wall. You could tell just by the way he was turning his wheel, and it was going northbound up straight to the wall. As Drew Calvert kind of touched the wall there just a little bit. Yeah, that truck's really loose for Cordray. I think he's going to have to pit here within the next couple of laps. He's getting eat up right now from every direction. As now Terrence Preston. Looks like Terrence Preston has already pitted, on lap 13. So he's got some fresh tires now. As looks like Cale Peterson's going to take the lead. Vodka coming down pit road. So yeah, Cale Peterson, Charles Wilson now. Last ones on the track without pitting. Terrence Preston now going underneath Cale Peterson to get his lap back. Not a bad strategy from Terrence Preston, trying to pit early here. Trying to undercut these drivers. As Terrence back on the lead lap, and away he goes. Cale Peterson now down pit road. Charles Wilson also coming down pit road, as I think Charles may have some damage. And David Vodka coming out of pit road here with Drew Calvert right behind. Take a look here at the weather. Weather still 97-degree track temp, just like it was when they started the race. David Vodka going back to the high side once again. As Drew Calvert on the bottom, and you know the grip's on the bottom here with the new tires, so he should be able to clear Vodka easily, and he does. Cordray is going to be next in line. Vodka, though, setting himself up for the long run. Trying to take care of these tires like he did during the first cycle. Cordray now looking low on the 24. Should be able to make the pass happen in 3. This is the main benefactor here of taking the low line. As Cale Peterson comes out, he was the last one to pit during the cycle, and now he's going to take over the second spot right behind Calvert. Well, Terrence Preston now currently in the lead, because he was the first truck to pit. And he's way on up there, 3 seconds. All these trucks straight in line here. Declan Beatty still in the fight. Cordray going to try to work the outside line once again. It's very important in these trucks to let the tires come up nice and natural here. Take your time getting the temps up, because if they get up too fast before the grip comes, you're going to, what I like to call hyperheat. You're going to overheat the tires, and it's going to be just, you're going to be walking on eggshells here for the rest of the run. Going to either be really loose or get tight quick. Cordray looking to the outside of Cale Peterson. Ooh, that's sketchy. The Cordray loose again. I thought this was an oval race and not dirt, because Cordray wheeling that thing, as Drew Calvert, he was loose as well, but he had room. As he was on the outside, he had room to kind of walk the truck up to save it. Cordray, he had nowhere to go. Drew Calvert back to the bottom once again. Sliding up the track, Cordray going to try to sweep underneath him. And he does. Now he gets to his left rear quarter panel. Going to try a little bit of side draft, which at this track is going to work wonders, as Calvert was up against the wall, plus he had a truck on his left rear. That's going to take all the air off the spoiler, and now he's going to drop like a rock. He's going to drop to second or third here as they are boiling down on this cat right here, the 92 of Terrence Preston. They go around Terrence. They're going to close up really quickly on him, and 43 going to give him a push. Awfully nice of him, but Drew Calvert trying to put himself in harm's way by taking the high line. Luckily, Terrence Preston saw what he saw and moved down a lane to allow 43 to get by. As the 22 now looking to the left for a quarter of the 43. Going to go all the way down, Carling from the bottom. As he's going to slide up in place. He is clear for now. Going to try to drive the 43 up. Hey, and that's fine. Calvert's got the high side, so that's preferred for him. That doesn't hurt him at all. Matter of fact, it helps him. David Vodka getting around Terrence Preston now, going to move himself up into 5th place. Michael Cordray back in the lead. Kel Peterson wants it though as he's looking to the outside as they go side by side here, heading down into turn 1 to complete 30 laps. Peterson on the high side. Could have the runoff here. Yes, he does. Going to drive up the corner and not allow the 72 to get anything on him. No advantage as Declan Beatty now works his way around Drew Calvert, moves himself up into 3rd. And he's got a shot at the lead here. Close to the 22's been all night to the lead. As he slides up in front of Drew Calvert, Drew's going to have no choice but to draft with him here as Kale's trying to break the draft from Michael Cordray. These drivers preferring the high side tonight. Drew Calvert starting to lose a little bit of gap here to the back of Beatty as he's picking up the 24 now. If they want a shot to catch back up, they're going to need to draft together to get back up to the back of Beatty. Cordray loses big time in turn 4. As Declan now is going to go by and take over the 2nd spot. Declan Beatty pretty fast in 1 and 2. Remember earlier I said Kale kind of struggles a little bit in 1 and 2, but he's really good in 3 and 4. And he should be able to pull that gap once again on Beatty if he can not keep up with the draft. Looking at the back deck lid here of Kel Peterson. Declan Beatty trying to run the higher side. Declan's still running the high side. As Drew Calvert, he's got Michael Cordray all over the back of him. And David Vodka as well, so they have caught Cordray. Off the front nose of Cordray's truck. Trying to close that gap back up to Drew Calvert as Calvert now moves up into third. But he's got David Vodka underneath him. Hill still leading the way by 4.5 tenths here. Sorry about that. 4.5 tenths. Declan Beatty trying everything he can here to try to get up to him, but he's about 0.5 tenth slower each and every lap. Drew trying to close that gap up as he's been running the bottom the last couple of laps, trying to find a grip. He's searching around, trying to find something that works for this truck late in the run. His third lap in a row, he's been running the bottom. Seems to be working. He's actually closing up a little bit to Beatty. He's found something. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's working for him great on exit, but entry and center's phenomenal here for him, at least in 1 and 2. Seems it's a little bit tight with snap loose here, center off. So tight on center, or tight on entry and loose on center off. As he's really closed up the gap on Declan Beatty now. It's going to be just a second, and he's going to be all over him. Who knew the bottom lane would work so well late in a run? Drew Calvert, being as experienced as he is, he knows how to search around for grip, and you can just feel it. As Michael Cordray just went down pit road, and actually coming off pit road now, as Drew Calvert looking to the inside of Declan Beatty. They go side by side. You know what? That's going to bring the 24 of David Vodka right up into the mix. Drew looking low. I give it till the end of 1 and 2, and Drew should have this spot over Declan. That bottom lane for him is just fantastic right now. Oh yeah, gonna clear him easy. Oh, but he's loose. That's gonna close the gap back up. Will Declan now try to go back low? Yes, he does. Now he's going to try the same line that Drew Calvert did. Drew's been running it for about 10 laps now, so he knows what works. As Declan Beatty now coming down pit road. Cordray already out. Gonna have to pit one more time. I don't think they can make it all the way. As he's gonna go and try to get his lap back. Being scored one lap down. Man, Drew Calvert loosey-goosey down on the bottom now. I don't know how much longer he's gonna be able to stay down there. I mean, he's still making decent time. I'm looking here. He's about a half a tenth slower than Kel Peterson right now. David Vodka also running the same lap times. As Cordray going around the outside. Vodka and Calvert now down pit road. As Kel Peterson stays out the longest once again. And I do believe these drivers are going to have to go perhaps one stint with the original tires, or with a, an older set. 2 stints on one set is what I'm trying to say. Hill going to pit this time or go around one more time? Oh, he's pitting this time. Michael Cordray is going to take over the lead. He's got to go around one more time, though. They had 4 sets of tires. Well, that's not good. So Cordray should take it. Yeah, Cordray's going to take up the lead here. It's going to be about 3.5, 4 seconds back to Kel Peterson, but he should be able to run that down pretty quickly here with newer tires. He's coming off pit road now. Actually, the gap is larger than I thought. It's going to actually take him some time to run that down, as he's got a decent gap here back to Drew Calvert. See where David Vodka ended up. Back here in 6th for now. As Terrence Preston, they're going to be able to run him down. Terrence Preston pitted on lap 34. The rest of them 40, 41, 42, 43. Cordray in the lead right now. 5.3 back is Peterson. Kel Peterson is running him down slowly but surely. We got 30 laps to go. They're going to have to pit again, no doubt about it. No way these trucks can go 30 laps. As he's got Drew Calvert trying to close in here. Drew Calvert just ran the fastest lap of the race, 40.97. So pretty quick race pace. As Kel's now got it closed down to 4.5 and still closing. 41.64 versus 41.09 for Kel Peterson. There it is right there. Last lap for Kel was 41.088 versus Cordray's 41.639. So a half a second quicker per lap. Now that's going to slow down a little bit more. As you can see, the pace is slowing quickly. Cordray still hanging on though. In the lead for now, 3.3 seconds back is Kel Peterson, and closing quickly. And there's Russell Heaton in between them. Drew Calvert still staying consistently back from Peterson for now, but we know for a fact Drew Calvert has long run pace, and his tires hadn't really come up to temp a whole lot yet. Once it does, he's going to be on the move. He'll be on the back of Kel before you know it, as the lead now is cut down to 2.3. Kel Peterson battling hard with Russell Heaton. That's going to slow up the pace a little bit. Declan Beatty now in fourth. Really has no draft as of right now. Just going to have to keep turning lap times, lap after lap. As Cordray now in the 42-second lap time bracket. Kel Peterson, 41.4. So the time for Kel is still consistent, as he's got him under 2 seconds now. Take a look back here at David Vodicka. Had a slow pit stop, which kind of put him back to fifth. And there's Terrence Preston back in sixth. And then you got Ronnie Welchel and Rob Hamilton nose to tail, trying to draft back up there. Back up front, Cordray's lead has sunk down. Kel Peterson now right on the nose. He's got Cordray right there on him. As he's looking low now, Kel Peterson going to take over the lead here, coming out of turn number 2. And he's clear. That's going to also bring Drew Calvert up into the mix. Drew's super fast tonight. Looking low on the 72. Back to the bottom he goes. You know he's good on the bottom here. While others are not, he's going to go where they're not. He's going to find some grip. Cordray trying to grab that draft from the 16. They're trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Drew Calvert going to try to take the lead here from Kel Peterson. Not sure that Calvert has led tonight. But he's definitely worthy of the lead for sure, and worthy of the win. Here we go, almost a side-by-side battle as Drew Calvert tucks back in behind the Kel Peterson. And boy, oh boy, look at the momentum he's got as Kel Peterson now comes down pit road. Kel's going to try to undercut these guys because he knows he can make it all the way on fuel. So he's going to go ahead and come back down right as Calvert etches him. Not a bad strategy call by any means. A lot of drivers down pit road right now. Drew Calvert, oh, he's down to the bottom, waving down. He's coming down pit road now. It's going to put Ronnie Welchel out in the lead, but they may be coming as well. So Welchel and Hamilton out front right now as Kel Peterson's coming out of pit road out of 4. He's already pitted. So has Cordray. Looks like Cordray pit 1 lap before Peterson. So that's going to be a battle for the lead right there. Cordray just ran the fastest lap of the race. Cordray trying to stay up to that draft with Kel Peterson right now. And it's Welchel and Hamilton still out front for now. Not sure how this is going to play out, really. But Calvert is on the move right now. Now this is 5th place. Remember, Welchel and Hamilton still have to pit. They cannot make it. Last pitted on lap 39, so it's going to be within the next few laps. There goes Russell Heaton. As Ronnie Welchel still in the lead, Rob Hamilton there with some drafting help. Charles Wilson as well. Kel Peterson, Michael Cordray still battling hard here. Cordray not letting it get away. Let's see if Cordray has what it takes to pass old Kel Peterson here for the lead once these other 2 guys pit in front of him. Calvert not really gaining any ground. as he's moving down the bottom here, trying to find some grip somewhere so he could try to close that gap. There they are, Welchel, Hamilton down pit road right now. So Peterson's going to consume the lead. As Calvert tries to close in ever so slightly. He's still got 14 laps to do it though. So it's definitely possible for Calvert to do it. If he had some drafting help too, it'd be quicker. You can see he's 1.5 seconds back now. Actually is closing up. As we move back up here to Michael Cordray, he's kind of lost the gap a little bit. Almost 1/2 second back from Kel Peterson. Trying to close back up. He had a really good turn 4. Drew Calvert's also closing up here. Not as fast as he would like, but he is closing up. He's making strides. He's back down to the bottom. He would like to see these two guys get up side by side again, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Man, he's settling it down into turn 1 and 2 all the way down to the white line. And huge close up there for Drew Calvert. Man, oh man, that guy right there had an excellent turns 1 and 2. Close up 0.2 of a second in just that one corner. And does it again as he dives it way down deep. And now he's got it up to a second now. Or down to a second, really. As we go back up here and look at Peterson off the back of him, still got Cordray there. Cordray staying around the 0.3 mark. And dropping, oh, that's going to bring Drew Calvert up into the mix now. Drew Calvert doing that bottom. Look at that. Look how close he closes up to him. I give it one more lap. Drew Calvert's going to be there contending for that second position. Top 3 closest ones for the battle for the lead. Drew Calvert now looking low on Cordray as he's going to slide up here. He's not going to be able to open the exit up, so that's going to put Cordray back with the advantage on the high side. Cordray may be able to clear him here at the start-finish line. No, he doesn't. Calvert still with really good pace here. He's going to be able to clear him here, though, as Calvert moves up to the high side. Cordray now falls back to 3rd, but this is the exact help that he needed from Cordray. This is going to put him way up in there, have a nice advantage here over Kel Peterson, as Kel's up there by himself just hot lapping. Calvert in the draft now of Peterson. Pitted 1 lap after he did on lap 56. Kel pitted on lap 55. That bottom line, though, is just working really well for him. As Calvert now has worked his way up to 2/10 now. Just about 3 car lengths separate these two drivers. Drew Calvert has got this thing figured out tonight, folks. No doubt about it, as we are in single-digit laps. 7 laps to go once they cross the start-finish line. Calvert looking low. Can he clear Kel Peterson? No, he's not going to be able to. Kel, with the momentum on the high side, going to clear him back once again. Drew Calvert going to dive it back down. Has Drew Calvert used this stuff up by running down in the bottom? He's there. He's closed back up. Kel Peterson doing everything he can to break the draft of the 43. Drew Calvert looking low once again. That's going to put them side by side here, heading down into turn number 3. Drew Calvert had to let out just a little bit. Seemed like the truck was getting a tick tight. And it is, oh, and then a snap loose. The gap to Kel Peterson now has been lost. He's got to try it all over again, as we got 5 laps to go this time. Can Drew Calvert find more grip to work his way back up to Kel Peterson to give him one more shot? Diving it back down, still running the bottom. He said, I'm not worried about it being loose. We're going to try it again. He's a little loose once again. Got to get back up there, get back in the draft of Kel Peterson, if at all possible. Man, Kel did not have a good turn 4 that time. That's going to put Drew Calvert right to his inside, door to door, as they sell it down into turn 1. Will Drew Calvert be able to do something here to get in front of Kel? Not going to happen this time. They still side by side. Drew Calvert, he's going to try it again, down to the bottom. Is he going to get loose? Kel with a decent turn 3 and 4 this time. Still side by side as they cross the start-finish line. 3 laps to go. What a great battle here between these two, and they're giving each other plenty of room. That is how it's done. Oh, Kel Peterson now lower than he was before. I think that's going to hurt him, and it does. Drew Calvert to the lead here at Auto Club. Kel Peterson changed something up, and it come back to bite him. Oh, Drew Calvert going to get loose, and Kel Peterson's going to get tight in the dirty air. Calvert now with the gap of 1 car length. Kel Peterson doing it again. Low like he was before. It's not working for him. He's going to have to go back up to the high side if he's got anything left for Drew Calvert. Kel Peterson moving down to the bottom. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. One lap to go this time. Drew Calvert, can he pull the rabbit out of the hat and win today here at Auto Club? He's got a significant gap now that I do not think can be recovered from by Kel Peterson. Oh, Kale doing Kale things in the wall. As Drew Calvert heads down into turn 3 and out of 4 for the final time, getting back on the front stretch. Drew Calvert is going to win tonight here at Auto Club Speedway. One heck of a run here by these guys. From flag to flag, no cautions. As Kel Peterson butts the 43. That was a well-earned win by the 43 Drew Calvert. What a great finish here. With 2 laps to go, Drew Calvert sets his eyes on the prize. Takes the spot away from Kel Peterson. Coming to the white flag. Both drivers in the wall in the outside of 4. And Drew Calvert, I guarantee he's got enough fuel and enough grip left in the tires that he's going to make sure there's no more rubber left. Oh, as Ronnie Welchel gets into him with that congratulatory bump. You know how Welchel does. And Drew Calvert now burning it down here on the front stretch Auto Club Speedway. How about that? And that's going to be it here. Let's take a look at the finish results for tonight's race. Drew Calvert led only 5 laps, and of course, they were at the end. Kel Peterson bringing it home in second, Cordray in third, David Vodka fourth, Terrence Preston in fifth, Rob Hamilton sixth, Ronnie Welchel seventh, Junior Heaton in eighth, with Charles Wilson ninth, Declan Beatty in 10th, Russell Heaton 11th, and Van Owen in 12th. Cordray with the pole, fastest lap Cordray, most laps led tonight. Yep, Kel Peterson 29. Drew Calvert with the hard charger and the win. 0 cautions and 11 green flag lead changes by 6 different drivers. How about that? All right, and without further ado, let's get here and get some guys in the broadcast booth with me to slide over just a little bit. Grab the other end of the broadcasting area and pull in our third place winner for tonight, Michael Cordray.
Yo.
How we doing? Seemed like you had a good early run truck, and then it just kind of faded just a little bit there at the end.
Yeah, they know how to save a little bit more tires than I was. I was pushing as hard as I could the first fuel run, try to get a good gap on them, and I thought I had it in the bag when that second pit stop came around, and I had that 4-second lead over everybody. But no matter how much tires I was saving, they were saving a little bit more, and my tires were shot by the end of the fuel run.
Yeah, you had a, like I said, you were pushing early, had really good pace early run, and after about 10 laps, just the tires just seemed to fall off there. But yeah, all in all, a good solid third place, and that should keep you in the championship running tonight, as some of the other drivers didn't finish so hot.
Yeah, like I told you yesterday, I'm always in the playoffs. I plan on being in the Final Four every single season. Eventually, I'll get one over Kevin.
Well, maybe. We'll have to see. But anyway, if you got any shout-outs, we'll get those, and we'll send you on your way.
Shout out to Drew and Cal. We were having some good battles when they did catch up to me when my tires fell off. Shout out to you guys broadcasting every week. Shout out to the Outcast people for racing with us every week as well.
All right, buddy. Well, that'll be it, and we'll send you on your way. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you. All right, and looks like we don't have a word from Kel Peterson, so let's get the winner in here. The guy that truly earned this win tonight. This joker right here was fast. Drew Calvert, how we doing?
Oh man, I'm great. How are you? Glad to finally get to talk to you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah.
You've had speed with your luck not being where it needs to be, but tonight, I'm telling you, buddy, you had the truck of a lifetime tonight. And the bottom lane, like I saw you right before mid-rate in the race, you're kind of running mid to high, and then you started searching around, and you found the bottom, and you're like, oh man, there's grip down there, and you stayed there the rest of the race.
Yes.
And just drove right on around them. Your pace was nothing like theirs. I mean, you were consistently faster lap after lap than everybody else in the field.
I know, I honestly couldn't believe it. Yeah, usually I like running the high usually, but tonight this is the bottom, man. It was all from new tires to old. The bottom was where it was at. So yeah, surprised it worked out that way, but man, I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, man, good solid win tonight, and I enjoyed watching you go from mid-pack to the front after each and every pit stop. It was pretty awesome to watch, and nice clean battle in there with Kel Peterson and Michael Cordray to try to get yourself back up in contention to win. Can't say enough about your sportsmanlike conduct, the way you present yourself on and off track, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you win tonight, man. Good solid run.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I had a smile on my face that whole time we were battling, man. It was so much fun.
Hey, and that's what it's about. Nice, hard, clean racing. You didn't get into one another. Y'all got into the wall, though, right there coming to 2 to go. He got you loose. You got him tight. Y'all both touched.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, y'all aren't going to finish.
Yeah, we were pushing hard, and yeah, a couple of those I about lost it. I was pushing too hard, so I was like, all right, I need to back it down before I lose the race for myself. So,
well, all in all, good race tonight, and if you got any shout-outs, we'll get those, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, I'll shout out you, Glad Dad, in the booth. Appreciate you broadcasting and everything you do. You do a great job each and every race. Racer Nexus, and all the admins, Michael and them, and all the Outcast boys. Good job to Kale and Michael, P2 and 3, and all the guys on the track tonight. It was a good race. All the fans watching and chat, appreciate y'all. And you want to say something? My son's here. Shout out to my son. What do you want to say?
My grandparents are watching.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
All right. Thanks, Bubba.
Heck yeah. Hey, that's a future winner right there. You might as well go ahead and get him in the interview.
Yeah, I said, hey, Bub, I won. Why don't you come say something?
Yep.
So.
Awesome, man. All right, buddy. Well, hey, appreciate you jumping in the booth with me here. Congratulations on a first place finish, and hope to talk to you plenty more times throughout the years.
I finally got my first win, so.
That's nice, man.
That's
Congratulations.
Exciting, so.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, and have a good one.
All right. Thanks, you too.
All right, folks, and if you want to get on the action here, Rookie Class Racing is recruiting for the next season. So the link to their Discord is in the description of this video. If you guys would like to get your race broadcasted by Racer Nexus, you know where to go. The link to the description, or to their Discord, is in the description of the video as well. So we cover everything from dirt, oval, road, jumpy trucks. It doesn't matter. We cover it. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. We're going to Homestead for the championship next week here at Rookie Class Racing. I'm Adam Gladfelter, Racer Nexus, and we'll catch you next time.